So I made a macrame wall hanging, and the reason I know how to do this is just because I just wanted to make one and I thought it'd be cool, so I did. And I think it'd be beneficial because they tend to be pretty expensive online and stuff and at stores, so it's really handy to be able to make one of your own. You could also gain just knowledge of knowing how to do it and knowledge of knowing how to do the certain knots with it. So to start, you need some paracord or thin rope. You can get this at many craft stores. You also need about 1.5 foot dowel rod and some scissors. Next, you need to cut about 24 pieces of rope or string, about 60 inches long each. Next, you would need to get a piece of string that's just about as long as your dowel rod and tie it around both sides of the dowel rod so you can make a triangle shape and hang it up. Next, I would hang it up because it's much easier to work with it that way. To start making it, you need to loop your first string and then pull it around the rod to start making a larkhead's knot. To make a larkhead's knot, you need to take the folded string and pull it under and over the dowel rod. That'll create a loop, and pull the 2 strings through the loop, and then do that 24 more times, using up all of your string. To make a square knot, you would start on the left side. You would take the first 4 strings, and you would take the outer left string and cross it over the other 3. Then you would take the outer right and cross it over the left. Then you would take the right string and then pull it through the loop. Next, you would do it the same process, but starting with the outer right string instead of the outer left. The knot resembles a square, so that's why it is called a square knot. After you do that with all of the strings, you would do the exact same thing, except you would leave out the first 2 strings on each side. So basically, I just demonstrated doing it again. And one thing that you want to think of while you're doing it is don't keep it too close to the other ones up top, because it might look kind of weird when you're finished. So here I'm just demonstrating it again. And when you start the next row, you want to leave out 4 strands on both sides. So when you start off, leave out with 4 strands, and when you end, leave out with 4 strands as well. So the next row, you would leave out 6 strands and then do all of them. And then on the other side, you would leave out 6 strands as well. So after you finish those 4 rows, you would basically just keep adding 2 from the 6 every single row. And so that would create a triangle shape. So after you are done with all 11 rows, you have 2 at the bottom, and then you would need to create the last one. And so you would just loop it like all of the rest and then cut off excess if you need to. So that's the finished product, and you could use it just to hang it up, or you could also give it as a gift. It'd be great as a gift for like a birthday or Christmas.